Well, it looks like the sun is coming up. Couldn't see it a few minutes ago. Oh, it's tough out here. Hey there, it's 6 a.m. The air quality has gone downhill. Not great. I woke up around 3 a.m. just with a headache, hard to breathe, lungs sore, throat sore. I just put this mask on. I had it in my bag, so I put it on just a few minutes ago. I'm going to wear this for a while, see if it helps. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a smoky one. Only 8 miles to the border. I'm going to just try and make haste and tag the border and work on getting the heck out of here. This is beautiful but hazardous. Good morning. Day 27 is underway. It's about 7:15, one of my earlier starts, which is great. It's cold, it's smoky. This mask does seem to help. I don't know whether it's psychological or real, but I feel a little bit better. My tent site was probably less than ideal. Excuse me, I'm trying to catch my breath. By the middle of the night, my whole body was aching, my head, my throat, my lungs, and I was wondering if the fires were getting closer or the smoke was bad, and it is worse. It is worse for sure. But yeah, I'm underway, and in just a few hours I'll be at the terminus. Woohoo! Yeah, so this is arduous. It's gorgeous, it's rugged, and because of the fires, it's oppressive and dangerous. But yeah, a multi-year effort is gonna be finished up today, or at least the terminus part. So I'm pretty excited about that. Talk to you soon. These cliff walks never end. I'm going that way, and then down here, I guess through a series of switchbacks. Me no like. I camped on top of that ridge and then worked my way down here, and I'm heading down towards that lake, which you can see in the bottom of the picture. I don't need any water, so just scoot on by, aiming for the terminal. There's a grouse in there. I've encountered quite a few of them. This must be a young'un, pretty tiny. Oh, there's the mom back on the other log. Yeah, every grouse for themselves. They're all trying to get away from me. Well, I'll leave them alone. Stop stressing it. 3.5 miles to the U.S. border. Nice. I don't know, subjectively, the air quality is a little better. I've had my mask on most of the morning. There is about a 8-mile downhill, much of it steep, going towards the terminus, which sounds great. In particular, if you've got one of the Canadian permits where you can go in across the border and go into what's called Manning Park, which is 8 miles away, which is along a major thoroughfare. And 2 years ago I had such a permit, but needless to say, everything got closed due to fires. This year I didn't get the permit, but I guess if I had known there'd be so much smoke up here, excuse me, I'm still having a hard time breathing, then that might have been an attractive option to get to the terminus and scoot into Canada, where, you know, I'm sure the smoke is just as bad, if not worse, since I'm being told a lot of the smoke is coming from Canada. But on the other hand, your hike would be done. It's 8 miles from the terminus to this park, and then you could be relatively stationary, other than trying to arrange a bus or ride or a hitch. So yeah, those people who did that option probably are counting themselves lucky at this moment. I gotta hike 8 miles back uphill. I'm hoping to do 20 today. 8 to the terminal, 4 past my last night's tent site, get me at the base of a very steep climb. That's my goal. I see the terminus. Woohoo! Yeah, there we go. There's one monument. There's a hiker. Hey, hiker. There's a guy I saw yesterday. And there is the terminus. Let me take a break. Hey there, it's about 11:15, and I spent like 20 minutes at the terminus, regretting I didn't have the Canadian pass. We even found a flyer of someone who's offering rides for donations from Manning Park to the airport. Oh my God. And that's only 8 miles away, and it's downhill. Well, I've got a 8-mile uphill trek, and I'm gonna try and do 12 more miles to get to I'm out of breath, a desirable campground. But yeah, it's gonna be hard, but I did it. Haha! Made the terminus. Yeah, I met a nice young Australian guy who happened to hike the AT in 2018, same year as me. Started just after me, and I got pictures of him, he got pictures of me. This is all good. All good. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a tough one. Every inch is uphill for 8 miles. Oh well, let's take this energy and happiness I have for making it to the border, let it propel me forward. Can't wait to get back to civilization and ultimately get back home and see my wife Anna and son Andy. Miss you guys. It's noontime on my way back from the terminus. It's still smoky, but it's not bothering me as much. I have my mask off. Maybe it's the high from getting to the terminus, but you can still smell it. Look at this thick trail. But it's not making me sick to my stomach, which it was last night and this morning. Back to our right in the center of the screen is where I more or less started my day, up there, and then had an 8-mile walk down hill to the terminus. So I want to get to that same tent site, but then go a few miles beyond. Once I get to the tent site, everything is downhill, but I have a lot of uphill in front of me before I get there. Hey guys, I'm at the top of a mountain, right over 20 feet is the cliff. But here's a bigger problem. I gotta get to the top of that mountain up there. And the way it is through, so you can see some trail in the middle there. And then there's switchbacks and other things that I'm not gonna like, but I will get through it. And then from there, once I get to the top, it's pretty much downhill for the rest of the day, which is gonna be awesome. So after 3, my tent site is ahead up there. You might be at the top of that hill, not that volcano thing, but the other one. And then you can see the trail going across the scree there, which I won't love, but it is what it is. And then I go downhill for a couple of miles, And it's not all scree. Some of it was just nice grasslands. So, and then I think there's another tent site, 3 tent sites, like 3 or 4 miles down. It looks pretty exciting to me. Hey there, it's 5:15, and I've just passed 3 fabulous tent sites, and it was my plan to stay there and try and put down for the night around 5-ish, but the air quality is going downhill again, and I'm feeling kind of crappy, and I heard the wind is shifting tomorrow, which presents more fire risks. So I just want to get out of this dang forest as fast as I can. So I'm going to hike more tonight. If I have to skip dinner, so be it. And then hopefully get up early tomorrow morning so I can try and get to Hart's Pass as fast as possible. And then, of course, cross my fingers that I get a ride down the mountain. But once I get to Hart's Pass, I'm feeling a lot safer because there's rangers and such that are passing through there all the time. So in an emergency, they give me a ride. Short of an emergency, they don't want to give you anyone a ride. They're probably not allowed to. But yeah, the air quality is poor, and my chest hurts, and I don't want to pitch my tent, go to sleep while the fire might be raging somewhere near me and blocking my path. So I'm going to go as far as I can, and we'll see where it gets me. It is 5:45. I've made it clear before I hated this section, but hey, I'm motivated, and so if I have to run through it, I might even do some cartwheels through it just for fun. Yeah, don't worry about it. So there's it goes like a mile across, and there's a series of switchbacks, and then it goes up the mountain. And there's a tent site like 3 to 4 miles out there, and that's my current target, just so I can get closer to Hart's Pass. And one of the exciting things, I keep running into hikers, many of them who remember me. I've been hugged by quite a few females, which I don't mind, and some of them I couldn't even remember, but they remembered me. But many of them I did remember, and got some pictures. And I met Dip from Amsterdam. I hadn't seen him in a couple of weeks. I didn't take a picture of that, but I met the 2 women from Singapore and Japan. It was very good to see them. I got some pics of that. But it is so much fun to see people that you've traveled with or hung out with a little bit, and they're all on their own journey. Everyone's got their own little schedule, so very cool. Hey everyone, it's the end of day 27, big day. I got to the terminus and I hiked 23 miles. I was motivated to hike further along because the smoke was so bad. I just want to get back to Hart's Pass and get someplace that isn't burning down. I have a tent site behind me. It's pretty terrible, actually. It's on a slope. A hill is okay if your head is higher, but if you're like at an angle, that's not so good. But that's all I got. So that's where I'm sleeping tonight, and I only have 15.9 miles to go to Hart's Pass. So tomorrow morning I will hopefully get going at an early time. I'm sorry, I'm freezing. And then be able to find a hitch down in Mazama, and then plot my next steps to get to the airport, get flights, etc., etc. So yeah, I was pretty happy with today. On the way back, the air quality, from 3 o'clock on, the air quality was kind of crap. And just if you wasn't clear, the way this works, when you get to Hart's Pass, you go 30 miles to the terminus. Some people go into Canada, and if you get a special permit for that, and then you have to go 30 miles back, so you're backtracking. So it's 60 miles round trip, even though the target is 30 miles away. And I've got 15.9 miles back to Hart's Pass at this point. So that's the update. Feeling pretty good. Now I just have to clean, and then try and get some sleep. Talk to you soon.